production stream. Thanks to Midnight Snacks, WT Snacks, for the follow there. Much appreciated. Pardon me. Hold up a damn second. Sorry, just making sure that everything's running. I gotta do announcements. Oh man, my announcements must have been messed up because I didn't change them on Twitter. It's annoying. Okay, I didn't double tweet. That's cool. Okay. You can at the very least do a Discord announcement. Bear with me, guys. Yeah, this track is killing my CPU right now. I wasn't actually gonna work on this track. Oops, getting some stuff from opening up. Opening up the stream. So yeah. Ooh, those underruns, holy shit. Let me turn off some shit. Usually turning off a bunch of this stuff fixes it. But now it's gonna be quiet as hell. Because I was watching Jason UFO, his video on gain staging and pink noise mixing. I was having trouble with this mix for this track particularly, getting it to sound balanced and everything. I decided to give that stuff a try. That was really cool, and it fixed up a lot of the shit issues with this. But I wasn't actually going to work on this track for this stream. It's and you can see it's still struggling like nothing else. Yeah, I probably should close a lot of shit. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, usually what I do is just like hold escape. Yeah, that pretty much did it. Sometimes you run into the few VSTs that just like are a bit stubborn with that kind of stuff. So actually, that's a go to view and select close all windows. Where is that? Close all windows. F12. Okay, good to know. There's a shortcut for that. I like it. And that's still. Yeah, that's not having a good time. But anyways, what was I working on? I was gonna work on something. I'm tempted to do the whole gain staging and pink noise mixing on that other track I was working on a couple of weekends ago. Driver settings. Wait a minute. I think you might be on to something there. Yeah, I'm an idiot. It wasn't set to being in ASIO. That's... Let's see. Yeah, that sounds much better. Because I was in the middle of like changing my audio settings from going through the DDJ 400 to going through my external sound card, and things were a bit messed up in OBS, and in FL I changed it to just direct sound, and that was, you know, direct sound's awful. So yeah, it wasn't going through ASIO. Cool. So I'm tempted to work through another project I was doing the gain staging and what am I talking about? Gain staging and pink noise mixing, but I'm not really having mix issues too much with that track. So, God, I hate when I have no idea what the hell I'm doing on these streams. I'm gonna start something new. Can you actually see these contexts? No, all these menus you can't even see with the window capture that I'm doing. Okay, actually, you know what? Screw it. Let's do that. I just need to find out. Let me load up Foobar, because I can't remember which project it is that I was doing this stuff with. I think it was 42. Yep, that's the one, 42. Okay, let's load it up. Save changes to 41. I'm probably going to want to do that. Okay, so bear with me, it's loading this big ass project. Still loading, still loading. I guess while this is loading, I'll talk about my interpretation of what pink noise mixing is. Pink noise mixing is pretty much where you have pink noise set at a certain decibel level. You pretty much just listen to it. You turn everything down to 0, like every single mixer channel, and you gradually bring each one of them. You solo each one of them with the pink noise, and you gradually bring them up and bring them up until you just barely hear what you're bringing up to the until you barely hear the pink under the pink noise. Okay, I'm doing a horrible job at explaining that because I can barely talk. So what I use for that is actually, now that I've got room on my master, I'll dump it in here, but I'll also turn all my mastering bullshit off. I really shouldn't be. I say I shouldn't be producing with mastering effects turned on, but it's something I do all the time. I don't know what to say about it. It's like, people say that's a massive no-no. So MDA test tone. This is a completely free VST, pretty easy to get. Let me turn this mode into pink noise. Now that's going to be really annoying. But this is kind of what my mic side chains with the audio, so it's not too bad. You can kind of hear what I'm saying still. So we have pink noise playing at -18. What is this saying? It's saying we're at -21, whereas no, that's pretty much dead on -18. That's cool. I've heard -18 always. UFO said it. This VST outputs at -18 by default. I don't know if -18 is just some sweet spot or some bullshit like that, but either way. So what I usually do, because and this is something I'm pretty sure it was you, Hente Core, something that we talked about before about FL internally using floating point integers. I shouldn't say integers, but floating point numbers to internally mix everything. But I've heard people say that it's actually a good idea to have everything come into your master bus really, really low, roughly around that negative 18 dB area. And when I did this on the other track I was working on, and I got everything coming in really, really quiet, and then used my master chain to smash the shit out of it, everything came out a lot clearer. And I don't know if maybe that's got something to do with I want to say floating point precision or something like that. I really don't know. Like maybe you're losing sample resolution or something like that. But I don't know. It's just strange that having everything coming in really low, and then then in your master channel smashing the shit out of it, got it to be clearer and louder. But then again, I don't know if that's an effect of gain staging, which is what that is, and pink noise, the pink noise mixing, whether or not that fixed up my clarity issues. Anyways, let's go through everything and that's what I thought. It shouldn't matter, but maybe it's more the pink noise mixing than anything else. Anyways, so we got our pink noise on master. That's cool. Let's see what we'll do. Obviously, we'll do the kick first. Keep forgetting where everything is. So if we mono this out, why are we not hearing it? Is it because of this? Oh, it is too. Does this override everything? Oh, that's bullshit. I guess I'll have to put it on a different channel. Replace. Sorry, delete. Yep. Piss off. So, what's so funny?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, nothing. Just something I found.
Oh, okay. Let's put that there. Dock that to the left, and we'll put test tone, MDA test tone. Where was it? There it is. And I'll put pink noise, and we will. I wonder if there's a way to lock this on, because it's going to be annoying trying to turn it on and off every now and then. But anyways, so a kick. Oh, I've got so much stuff that's coming directly out. Maybe I'll. And of course, I don't have. Oh, Jesus, this is going to be annoying as shit. Okay. So I've got so much stuff that's that isn't in any effects slot. That's just coming straight into the master bus. So there's going to be stuff that's playing. If I don't do crazy soloing, there's going to be stuff that's playing throughout, and it's going to be really annoying. So anyways, so we bring everything really down, and we get it to the point where you can barely hear it. So like kind of there, as I say, you can barely hear that. I mean, you can barely hear that, but okay. Where's my bass? So bass mix, of course that does that. Turn some of my bass stuff down. Where's the bass? This project file is so all over the place. I don't know. And there's something coming out through master as well here. It's gonna have to look at this. Not through master, but wait, is there? What is this? Oh, okay. So that's supposed to go through here. Yeah, that's actually a really good point. Plug-in delay compensation. Everything really should be having a channel of its own. I think it's a lot of these effects ones, these effect samples. Yeah, some of them do, some of them don't. I'm just so lazy. Yeah. And I usually have everything segmented here, but like I'll just start off over beyond this little one, and I'll move everything over into its supposed the section it's supposed to be on. This for this specific project, I was so fucking lazy. So where's the bass playing? Okay, so there it is. You can barely hear it. So for the rest of it, I generally break the track up into 3 different things. I've got synths, which is pretty much just anything melodic. Percussion, which is, of course, I've just closed it. Percussion, synth, vocals. These I'm just gonna pull these down and then adjust everything over here. So we'll get our, you know what, screw it, let's just go for every pattern instead. That makes everything a lot easier. So let's, this one. Kick, sidechain trigger. Don't know what this is. Same thing, but it's already cool. Chill. Sub. Is this one going into anything? No, this one's going straight into the master. Things like this, subs that need to be, because my percussion and my synth, they have like a 200, roughly 200 hertz low pass. Sorry, low cut. So anything with a lot of sub content, I'll put straight into master. Pads. This is actually a very boring process. Another kick for some reason. Noise, what is this? Oh, okay. This is hilarious. So I actually used a noise wave as kind of a weird non-melodic but non-percussive element. So mixing noise against pink noise, that's dumb. I suppose that does it. And we got our side bass, the side bass layer. And some of these channels end up really, really low. And that's probably because this one's not actually mixing out to any of these sort of sub buses. That's probably why this one needs to go so low. This actually should be going through here. So that's going to change things. So we're not going quite as low, but still pretty low. I got the tick for the percussion. I can't remember who did the tutorial for for the side. I get you and Ethereal mixed up so much because you're both German and you both do production like tutorial videos. I can't remember who did the video for like the tutorial on Sybase drops. Yeah, so it's supposed to be a kind of balanced starting point. Let me stop that for a second. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be a way to get a balanced mixing starting point, because I did this before with like that other track, the one that I was killing my computer before. It wasn't perfect when I finished mixing all these elements to pink noise, but it was a good starting point, and I could sort of tweak things from there to get things sounding okay. Because of the drop in volume for all these elements, you do have to do a bit more on your master chain to sort of bring things back up, and after everything's done, I'll go over there and talk about what I did there to bring things back up. So let's listen to this. Okay, some synths now. Just putting that reverb back on there. Okay. Seriously? Another bass? Oh, that was... I think the side drop was the first thing I worked on. That's why we got this bass here now, which we've already done. Getting there, halfway though. What even is this? Oh, yep. So this doesn't even have a channel. I think that needs to be lower anyway, because you're not supposed to hear that much. And I think this is one of the things that influenced me from your stuff, Hentecore. Doing this kind of stuff. Oh, there we go. Is this reverb? Yep. This is supposed to go through here as well, another one I forgot. God, I'm missing so many of them. Yeah, that's something I've never done, is like aimed for specific decibel dB values. Yeah. What even is this? 14. Okay, that's ages away. I mean, that one's pretty much already good. I feel like that's going to cause an issue because it shouldn't be good. Anyways. 808. Oh, this is all crap that's not even good anyway. I was probably going to take this shit out. Three. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, I don't mind that stuff. Trap is something I've been incorporating into a lot of my newer stuff. But yeah, I've just been relying on Splice so much recently. I think the Cymatic stuff I was using was actually a free pack. I think they did like this Post Malone inspired sample pack that was free, and I think that's what that stuff was. What even is this? That's already like way low. That's fine. Okay, so that's all the patterns, but we are missing a lot of samples. I don't even know. Did I even... Oh, I did use this. This needs to be on a channel. Wait, no. No, it was this one that I used. Yeah, there it is. Wait, how the hell? Oh, so it's not actually a pattern. That's why it's not showing up. Because there's all this stuff that I've used that's all audio clips. And that's why I'm not seeing it. Oh, God. I'm not as close to finish as I thought I was. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame. Splice has never messed up like that for me. Okay, so where am I at? So let's actually just skip through and see stuff that's supposed to be on an effect slot but isn't. Is this on something? It is. Just this dumb Foley sound. And how's the crash? Where's the crash? 30. Oops. Good enough. What is this? Oh, the Verkle. $37? Oh, there it is.
Open your eyes. Open your eyes.
Okay, what's left? That's another one. Oh, this is... I thought I was done. Which one was that? This one? There you go. Hey, thanks, man. Okay, where are we next? Somebody just tuning in is going to be like, what the hell are you doing? This is so boring. This was the part I haven't done yet. Oh, I want to hear that just a little bit. I'll manually adjust that later if that is too loud, even though I can hear it through the pink noise. Okay, yeah, that one's... Oops. Oh, we have to be close now. That one, the 50. Yeah, I did fix that one up. Alright, screw it. Let's actually listen to the mix and we'll see things that pop out. So let's turn that all the way down. We'll enable everything and let's have a listen. It's going to be super, super quiet though. So let me check out the levels in OBS. Alright, screw it. What I will do though is one of the things I added to bring things up a bit was Ozone's maximizer. This is honestly just to increase, well, I mean I'll chuck it on IC4, but this isn't to do any like actual real compression. All right. Yep, there's something. And then there's the big sub drop here. Thanks for the follow, Carabast.
Open your eyes.
I honestly think that the gain staging does more for the mix than the pink noise, because honestly this mix sounds horrible. I mean, you can barely hear the lead. This whole part's a steaming pile of shit anyway. I'm gonna change that. That guy. Sorry, I'm just skipping over some parts because they're bad. This is another lead you can't hear. Alright. So that mix is probably a lot worse than it was before. But at the same time, I think eventually you can kind of tweak it into submission. But what needs to happen is the master effects need to be sorted out. Yeah, I did. I can't remember whether or not I put the maximizer before. No, I think I put inflator before maximizer, and then multiband after. So let's see how that sounds. The ride's way too loud. And then what we'll do is, I can't remember what enhancer was for. I'm pretty sure it was just for some like gain manipulation shit. Elevate for me is like where everything kind of starts to sound good. This is the 25 band multi-band compressor. Oh, sorry, 26. Love this thing. Yeah, turn your shit down because this is about to get loud. Unfortunately, Elevate is an absolute freaking CPU hog. So you can definitely tell that like everything's starting to die now that I've got Elevate running. So one of the things I usually do is mess around with Elevate's limited gain until my LUFS is looking like it's about between, I usually go between 6 and 5.5. Right now it's cranked a little too high. Yeah, it's kind of a bit of a shame that I can't like keep working with this on, because it's not going to be fun to listen to. But yeah, that's generally my master chain is inflator, maximizer, which is the new thing I need to add to sort of bring everything up because it's coming in so low now. And then elevate, which is where all of the multiband crunching, smashing happens. And also the Vengeance multiband compressor, just kind of at roughly 18%. on the old Dance Master 2 preset. To be honest, I don't like that bass anymore. I don't know. Wrong one. Actually, let's see. How is that section sounding? You know, I said it when I was doing it, when I was adjusting that talk kind of distorted gabba kick head part, that it was too loud, but I wanted it to be loud, and it's still too loud. Which section is that? That's 62. Where are you? Still way too loud, and it's like all the way down here. Come on. Where is it? There it is. Bless you. Sorry, which screech is that? The attack. So this is a synth sound I didn't make. So how the hell do I do that? The sound on the kick. Oh, you mean like this dude right here. I think you might be right. That sounds better. Yeah, this isn't doing it for me. Still turn that kick up. Yeah, I think you might be right on that. Which kick am I using? Oh, okay, cool. The other track I was working on, I can't remember which kick it was. I think it might have been one of Aetheral's. It actually sounded like too attacky. I had to put a transient shaper and actually reduce the transient on it, which made it sound. It actually made it sound more punchier. Strangely enough. I am having issues with this bass here. It's not sounding good to me. Actually, one of the things I've noticed, because everything's coming in a lot lower into these channels, I actually have a side chain on all the melodic elements, and I'm kind of not sure if that's actually might actually be too hectic. Something about this bass is just not hitting me the right way. Kick. Oh yeah. When I did this whole mix down technique on the other track I was working on, the kick I was using had like a really loud transient, and I actually had to use a transient shaper to take it down, which made it sound better. I will be right back. Supposedly 3 seconds, but I'm not sure about that. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Slightly longer than 3 seconds, but whatever. Where were we? You know what I actually want to do? I want to compare this. Let's actually load up. Was it 40? What am I working on? 42. So let's listen to the version that I've already rendered. I think it's actually quieter. Sorry, I'm wondering if you can hear Minecraft from my wife's computer. It's all right. I think it's clearer, which I like. I do think it's a little bit less loud. I think I was slamming Elevate a lot more in the mixdown before. Like I said before, yeah, it definitely does, and I've noticed that, which I think is good. A lot of my mixdowns before have, as much as I was trying to increase the sub content and the clarity in the sub, I couldn't do it no matter how hard I tried. And I think that's one of the things that either the pink noise mixing or the gain staging is making that a lot more clear. What was I saying? the track I was working on before had that issue. Shit, now I can't remember what I was saying. But yeah, I was slamming the Elevate a lot more on the original render. I think that's got more to do with why the loudness is a little bit higher on the old render. So I could definitely go into FL and sort of slam it a bit more, because I knew that the LUFS value of the mixdown beforehand was a lot higher, but I had a lot more success with the other track in getting the other track not sounding like shit, because it really was. There was a lot of what was happening. There was a lot of the leads in the other track were let's actually just pull it up, because I've actually got renders of those two. I think it was 41 and demo 2. No, that's okay. So this is the new mixdown of what I was working on before. And let's listen to the mixdown before I did the pink noise and gain staging bullshit. I think one of the things that is the most noticeable is the synths they're getting slammed by some compression, and it's causing them to sound like they're ducking a little bit, and honestly it doesn't sound good. It's very subtle, but you can hear it. Sorry, I should say I'm playing the new one now. That new mixdown is so much clearer. There's no, I wouldn't say no muddiness, but the old one has a lot of just strange over the entire spectrum muddiness. And there's also this weird over compression ducking sounding on the leads in the old version. This one sounds so much better. Sorry. What were you talking about doing ducking with a sidechain compressor? The only intentional ducking I'm doing is on this synth bus. I have a sidechaining that's routed to this sidechain trigger, which obviously you can't hear. But so like if we look at the sidechain, let's just. So that's the only intentional sidechaining I'm doing. What up, Detour? Okay. So yeah, it definitely I definitely noticed the improvement in sound quality on the other track I was working on as compared to this, but still there's definitely this whole drop is sounding crisper. There is some stuff that needs to be done on it though. Yeah, shit. I'm looking at my. I turned it down the voice because before we were working with unmastered shit, and everything in FL was so much quieter because we were working with stuff that was averaging negative 18 dB. And now that we're trying to push it to be pretty much 0 dB all times, 5.5 LUFS, it's everything that's coming through desktop audio is now like way too loud. Let me just, maybe I can just turn my voice up. Just no, it's still not doing enough. So let's just turn this down. Okay, that might be a bit better. I need to do something about that bass. That sounds like trash. Okay. What am I doing here? So this layer I still don't like. It sounds hollow. The grittiness, let's God damn it, what is with your internet? I've seen like your streams and like you have to stream in such like low quality just to be able to get your internet to handle it. It's like I feel so bad for you because I just really feel bad because that sucks to have that kind of internet. So that layer I do like. Let's have a look around, see what we can find. I wish I was as good a sound designer as other people, like you, Hentecore, and Aetherall, and everybody, like all these other people. Like, I rely on presets way too fucking much. Like, I can try. Fuck it. Let's just try and make something. Let's just init this preset out and do something. So I want to do kind of a plucky sound. Just gotta turn everything off. So we'll get a little snappy envelope. Let's find a nice wavetable. It's kind of funny you say that because like I go through like your preset packs and the sample packs, and so much of it sounds. I honestly I love the sounds that you make. Trying to find a nice area to get a pluck in. Let's just mess around with something else. Too much vowel kind of sound. Nope. All right, let's just mess around. Can I reverse that? You son of a bitch, Detail. That's totally a good sound for like a riser, if you like. I don't know. Actually, holy shit, I kind of like that. No, I do have this on a an effect slot that's like low passing it out, so if you actually wanted to hear what this should sound like. No, I think it's better the other way. Yeah, definitely a bit farty. Did I turn that? No, I didn't turn that back on. Dude, honestly, it doesn't even need it, but I do have this on here. Probably a bit too bandpassy. Let's Alright, let's actually hear how that sounds in it. I was gonna say, I swear there should be some pads in there. I think maybe with the pink noise bullshit, these have been reduced a little bit too much to the point where you can't hear them. Where the fuck are they? 56. I think these basses are just a little bit too loud now. The sub volume's nice, but everything else is a tad too loud. Funny thing is, this dumbass preset thing is like, pardon me, probably the best sounding like top layer of a bass I've ever done. I think I wanted it to be a little bit more punchy, but whatever. So now, this part's been annoying the shit out of me for a while. There is supposed to be a with the lead, and once again, I'm sorry for how absolutely messed up and ridiculously messy this project is, but there is supposed to be some automation that does a high pass filter, and then sort of it brings the low pass down. And honestly, the way this is fading out, like if you listen to the lead and these like last two bars of this section, it just kind of it fades out without like a, I don't know, it just doesn't sound good. I think in all honesty, it was just the fact that it high passed way too much. Low cut way too, oh god, I don't even know what I'm talking about. It went too much trebly. Yeah, this whole lead here, I can't even get to it because it's behind a bunch of bullshit. This thing. Here it fades and sort of high cuts here, low passes. And then you can hear, like, if we monitor this all out, of course that's gonna. For the sake of actually listening to this without tearing your hair out, I might just turn this off for now. And once again, it's quiet as hell. Seriously don't know what to do with this section. I can't stand it. It sounds bad. But I kind of like how it does kind of, even though you do hear this, that synth come in here. And I like how when it resumes, just only, the 16 bars later, it uses like a saw sounding version of that. I love the way this sounds when it kind of drops into here. You know what actually might be easier is just let's just put another ozone maximizer on it. And I'll push this one up because Elevate is such a fucking CPU hog that I have to turn it off. But this is what I would use before is I gotta actually turn it on. This is what I would use before is pretty much just have maximizer Ozone's maximizer on my tracks. I just realized that's got to be painful because I turned everything up. Pro L. No, I don't. The only thing I have is Pro Q. I think that's literally the only fab filter thing I do have. Yeah, honestly, I think Pro L is better. I had messed around with like the evaluation version before, but the issue is that this maximizer, like, I can hear it now, like having that cranked up. Whoa, did FL just crash? Are you shitting me? Are you fucking shitting me? No! Did I save? Have I fucking saved anything? Fuck! Oh shit. Yeah, I mean FL does like its own backup, so let's have a look at what the last backup it did is. Oh fuck. What's the time? Shit, it's already 11 o'clock. 42. Is this 42? Keep forgetting what project number I'm using. Yep, 42. 42. What's the date today? 31st. 42. Saved at 22:45. That might be what, 10 minutes ago? $22:45. That is literally 9 minutes ago. Let's open it up and see what happens. I am so... I don't want to say pissed off, but... Well, I mean pissed off because that was so much work and I don't think I saved anything. And... At least if this backup's good, like... I've at least gone through all of the pink noise and even a lot of the tweaking. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Let's see what we got. Do we have... The real test would be, do we have the bullshit bass that I made that was the best one that I think I've ever made and I lost? Oh shit, I think it's here. Is this it? It is. Oh my god. Alright, fuck this. Save. Okay. What's our master bus look like? So yeah, this was before I put that other ozone on it. I don't know exactly what I've lost, but holy shit, that's fucking lucky. Oh my god. Oh my god. I remember when FL used to not do backups on its own, at least by default, and the amount of times that I'd been working for hours on something and FL just decides to shit itself. It's happened so many times. Did I buy Ozone 9? Yeah. Yeah, I did. Actually, I should have. Like, yeah, I'm going to admit to it. No, I didn't. And I should have, but the thing is, I don't really. The funny, the funny thing is, like, not that long ago, Ozone 9 was on sale for like $20. I think it was like, it wasn't that much. Like the entirety of Ozone was on sale. No, it couldn't have been $20, but it was definitely, it was like 40 maybe. Let me look it up. Honestly, oops. I can't remember when it was. It was like a couple months ago. Fuck it, I can't remember. But it was on sale for a ridiculously low price. I don't. Yeah, holy shit! I did the exact same thing. Bought FL. I will admit, I shouldn't be admitting to this. I had been pirating a lot of stuff for a long time. Only when I really started making money with music in the last couple of years did I start, thinking, this is bullshit. I really should be buying this stuff. And then I did. I bought FL. I started buying a lot of the synths I use. I started buying a lot of the effects. I will admit, there's still some stuff I don't rightfully own. And I'm working on that. I really am. When I bought FL, I had the exact same issue. I forked out $200 and I'm like, fuck, I don't have growth speed anymore. So I ended up buying Signature Bundle. And that was I was so pissed. Like, it was also New Tone. New Tone I bought as well. No, I didn't buy it. It was part of the Signature. Thank you. It was part of DJ Hate Sounds, thank you. It was part of the Signature Bundle. New Tone and Growth Beat. So now I do have those, which is cool. So let's see. I don't want to admit to the things I still don't own though. Yeah, I had I did have some pirated copy of Waves, and honestly I never really used that much in it. The only thing I think I might consider getting is shit, what was it called? It was some vocal processing plugin that looked really, really cool. It was like VCA vocals or something like that. I can't remember. RIP CPU indeed. Holy shit. Is this the version with Elevate running? Yeah, that's why. But yeah, when sometimes I just don't know how to talk. When Edison was replaced with Ozone, I don't know if anybody noticed it. Oh, fuck it, let's just do it again. Ozone Maximizer will turn Elevate off because those two together are not going to be fun. And that's the thing with ozone too, is like it doesn't do enough, and it's not supposed to. I guess you're kind of supposed to do this with like multiband stuff, but it doesn't. When you really crank it down to get the loudness out, you hear a lot of pumping. So that's kind of one of the big differences between ozone and elevate. But ozone compared with elevate here, everything sounds so muddy with ozone. That's one of the things I absolutely love about elevate, and I'm so glad. I don't want to say I've found elevate. I was told to use elevate by none other than Akira Complex. That he told me about that a long time ago, and when he told me what it did, my mind was blown, and I'm like, holy shit, I need to get it. I think it was kind of hilarious because I forked out the $200 for it. I think it was $200. Not really knowing whether or not it's like kind of the right choice for mastering. Elevate is essentially a mastering tool. Like it maximizes sound, but it does it across 26 bands. Like literally 26. Is this 26? Yeah, fuck it, I'm not counting them. It says 26. You've got limiter and EQ over 26 bands. You've got transient shaping over 26 bands, and you've got spectral clipping. And I want to say the clipping should be over 26 bands, but I don't see 26 bands here. Why? Why is it not? Is that 26 bands? Should be 26. I don't know why I can see it for all of this shit, but not the clip. And maybe the clip is not spectral. I don't know. So it's like this fucking mastering, multi-band mastering thing on fucking steroids. It's awesome. And it's like you can really push your sound without getting those typical overcompressed pumping sound artifacts. And then I bought it, and then 2 months later, Newfangled was having a sale, and it was like half price, and I was pissed off because I bought it through. I didn't buy it directly through Newfangled. I think I bought it through. Fuck, what are they called? I should know their name because I've bought so much shit through them. Sweetwater, sweetwater.com. So yeah, it was half price, and I emailed Sweetwater. I'm like, is there anything you can do, because like I spent $200 on it, now it's $100, and they actually refunded me $100. It was awesome. That was very nice of them. Anyway, where are we doing? What are we doing with this? So it's like I'm kind of not sure what to do at this point, because if I do any production with ozone on, I'm gonna do it with this muddied sounding, dull sounding thing, but at least it's not underrunning. Like, you know, it's actually listenable. My the CPU is running at what, 80%, and as soon as I chuck on elevate, everything goes to shit. It's absolutely ridiculous how much CPU this thing uses, but it makes sense that it uses so much CPU, considering it's literally separating everything out into 26 different bands 3 times and processing them all. It's kind of funny. Like I get shit for that so much. Yes, in fact, no, I don't get shit for that. Nobody's ever actually called me out on it. Yeah, I produce with mastering effects all turned on all the fucking time. And so many people say not to. Oh yeah, shit, good point. 2 times. 1 for each channel. So what is that? 26 by 3 by 2. Fuck it, I'm pulling out a calculator. I can't do math that quick. 156 different different processings. I'm surprised it's not killing my CPU more. Yes, I do love it loud. That's the thing, is like when you compare your tracks to other people, you generally listen to mastered stuff. And if you're not listening to your stuff when it's, you know, with mastering effects on, and you compare your stuff to other people, like A/B comparison, it's pointless, because everybody else's stuff sounds so much louder, so much nicer. So you can't do these comparisons unless you're comparing musical elements and structural things. If you're comparing mix downs, you can't do anything unless you have your mastering effects turned on. So that's kind of why I've pretty much made it a habit of producing with mastering stuff turned on. God, I'm doing so much talking and no production. And this is kind of something I like doing every now and then, is having your hi-hat and your clap kind of one left panned, one right panned. I've always liked that sound, just like really subtly. No, this isn't an anime remix. This is like pretty much a original. I do want to get into doing some more weeb shit. I'm sure Detour would be proud of that. Or happy about that, I should say. I just don't know what to do next. Suggestions? You really should. You should get into production more. Some of the stuff I've heard you do is pretty damn good. I think that was one of the other things that I lost. I think these pads should have been a bit louder. I think they're a little bit... I say I don't have Pro L, but there's this... Yeah, I think it's in... Yeah, it is. That's why I say I don't have Pro L. Where are we? These do go through the synth stuff, which is, yeah, but it's sounding it's a little bit too much in the... That's better. Neutron multiband transient shaper. Multiband transient shaping. Huh. The closest thing Like, I wouldn't even know where to begin using something like that. It's like I do have, I can do multiband transient shaping if I use what is it, multipass, and then here you can kind of add transient shapers to different like, I mean, that's a multiband transient shaper. But yeah, like honestly, I wouldn't even know where to begin transient shaping. Like the most extent in terms of transient shaping I've ever done is just to make a kick punchy. Like if a kick isn't transient enough, I'll put a transient shaper on it. That's about it. Do I make other genres? It's funny you should say that. I want to. I've messed around. I've messed around a little bit, very minorly, with synthwave. Do I have something? Yeah, I have this, don't I? This is some dumb shit that I was working on. I've wanted to make synthwave a little bit. And honestly, one genre I really want to get into and do a bit more with is future bass. And I mean like specifically not like Sanholo future bass, I'm talking Snail's House future bass, I'm talking Hyper Potions future bass. I have done a couple of little things future bass wise. I had a project a while ago that I only just recently released a couple of tracks. That was the WTAP shit. There was Witches, Kawaii, and what was the other track? Honey. Those three tracks are kind of in that realm. Kind of use it like an EQ. Interesting. I think I'll mess around with that a bit. Yeah, doesn't Neutron kind of just have like, would you consider it to be kind of similar to Snap Heap and Multipass in a way? Because like, doesn't it have like a ton of different stuff that you can kind of like modularly bring in? And yeah, I'm going to admit something that I didn't really want to too much. I originally made those future-based tracks and released them under a different name, and then I deleted them all and actually released them under this name, under Noc.V. And it's kind of weird to release tracks that aren't hardcore under Noc.V. And I'm still like not sure whether or not to do it. Like I don't know if that's going to make things confusing with people who associate Noc.V to hardcore, but at the same time, like Porter Robinson didn't release Virtual Self stuff under Porter Robinson because it was so different. But at the same time, there are other people who just release whatever the shit they want to under their name. So I don't really know what to do with that. Sometimes I feel like I should use a different alias for any experimental shit, but at this point I've already released future-based stuff under Noc.V. So I don't know. I really don't know what to do. Yeah, a lot of the stuff you release is kind of over the place. There are a few tracks that that are definitely not hardcore, and yeah, sometimes I feel like screw it, just don't worry too much about people trying to pigeonhole you based off of your alias. Like, don't make it so that your one alias is for one genre. Like, part of me says just release what you want, and that's it. People are going to deal with it if you release if I release non-hardcore stuff under Noc.V, like people are just going to deal with it, and that's what they'll have to do. Speaking of future bass, what the hell is this? Yeah, that's what I say. Like, it'd be so weird for me to release this as a Noc.V track. That is some kind of unreleased. Not sure if I'll ever release that, but yeah. Taniki, he does. He did for a while drum and bass stuff under, was it Dill? I think the name was. And yeah, Audien too. Yeah. Also, I can't help but show this off. This is this is freaking dumb, but I was so proud of this dumb shit that I made last night.
Somebody come get her, she's dancing like a stripper.
That's it. Yeah, it's like I absolutely love all that shit that Jackazid does. So that was totally inspired by that whole spirit of shit. Because I was literally listening to fuck, what was it, that Ghostbusters mix that he did, which was literally just, it was something like 40 minutes of tracks that have the Ghostbusters vocals over them, and it's freaking hilarious. I should actually do some real producing. Come on, Elevate, tell me you have a low CPU usage mode. Cool, thanks. The fuck is Twin Turbo? Oh, it's just a skin. Oh, God, no. No. Delete that. I'll admit, I do love trap music, and generally like rap stuff associated with that, like Ray Stremid. I'm not sure if I'm like pronouncing that group's name right, but I love their stuff. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do to reduce the ridiculousness of Elevate. That part gets a little bit too all over the place here.
Open your eyes.
Yeah, there is some sub there that's like way too loud. Yeah, you kind of say that. Like, I kind of I love how this like production stream has become more of a chat stream. I kind of agree. There is a lot of stuff that's sounding very, very much the same. I just heard, and I hate to, I don't mean to trash talk other people's music, but not by any sense of the word, because I actually kind of love the sound. But I heard this new compilation. I think two people had a collab on it just recently. It might have been Aethrol and Ranza, I think. This compilation CD kind of release kind of thing. It had a track by Assertive on it, and like for a split second, I listened to his track. I couldn't believe how much his track sounded like pretty much the current kind of mainstream. Honestly speaking, the kind of stuff that I want to make, that I want to be able to make. And it was so jarring to hear him produce that kind of stuff. Because honestly, I liked it, but it was so similar to everything else that's being made right now, like, you know, Jacoby. It's like, I want to say the guy's name, but I think Max Wolf, yeah. Technical, all those guys, I would say Dougal. There is this kind of very, I would say, kind of stagnant, very everything sounds kind of the same at the moment. It is a sound that I really, really love, but I will admit everything sounds the same. I can't remember if I was actually right in saying it was Aethrol and Ranza that had the collab on that thing. Yep, yeah, I was right. There it is. And it's kind of funny, like, yeah, there it is. Like, of course. Yeah, like that. Like, it sounds really, really good. But honestly, it just sounds like I shouldn't be talking like trash about somebody's music, because I really don't mean it like that, because I do like this. I actually really, really like it. But there is definitely that kind of I would say Japanese sounding kind of thing. Yeah, you're right. There are some kind of melodic elements that are definitely not in that realm, but at the same, yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. And it's funny, kind of listening to Jackazid stuff. Like, his track was next. Like, he's kept pretty true to the kind of sound that he does. He hasn't really shifted too much towards any given style, and his stuff just always sounds amazing. Jackazid is one of those producers that I've always looked up to his stuff. What even is that, Darren? What up, dude? Yeah, I want to say same. Part of me is still not totally sure, and I'm like 95% positive, but there is that like stupid 5% that that is still in my mind, not totally sure about it, but he is M Neko, and M Neko stuff is like, for a long time, was like my absolute, I loved everything that was on that Necology CD, and I was so happy when um I went to Garuvi in person, found the CD there, and bought it. That was literally, that's literally one of the biggest influences in my sound, especially in like the J-core side of shit. Okay, something's happening over here. I think this is this like too loud or something? Because there was some major duck. Once again, the only reason I'm hearing the major ducking going on is because I'm not using Elevate, so it's like so confusing to me. And with Elevate, that sounds fine. Okay, so I guess that's solved it once and for all. I don't know if like for a while it was like supposed to be a secret. It's just like for a long time I had no idea that DJ Chucky was M Project. So that was a bit of a shock to me, because like when I walked into Garuvi when I was in Japan in 2012, DJ Chucky was there, you know, tending the store. I think he was producing shit as well. I knew nothing in Japanese. I think his English was pretty bad back then, so it was like kind of awkward. And this whole time, like it was like two or 3 years later, where it was suggested to me that DJ Chucky was M Project. I'm like, holy shit, that was M Project. So this is one of the cool things about streaming with people who know music production. In your opinion, does that bass have too much sub? Like, I'm listening to it here. And honestly, I'm feeling like it needs to have some low frequencies carved out there. And actually, same. I messed around with the VST SDK a little bit, but never actually made anything that could actually do anything. A while ago, I actually started making, like, programming a synth from scratch, like a soft synth. That never really went anywhere, but it was a fun project for a little bit. So I mean, like I had, it's like I want to say that sounds good to me. Like looking at it in the analyzer here, I can't. That's something I'm not really. I don't really have the skill to do, is to just look at things in an analyzer and say whether or not certain things need to be fixed up. Funny thing is, I think that sounds better with some of these mids taken out just a little bit. Not exactly. There are two layers. One that's supposed to have subs and one that's supposed to be cut. So if you like listen to it. So those are my base layers there. So let's look at the kick compared to bass here. You say a few dB louder, like it looks a fair bit louder. Okay. That's an interesting idea. So let's do that. Pardon me. You can tell your FL's running really slow when it's like I'm trying to move channels around and like it just glitches out like that. Like I'll just hold the button down and then release and it's like shows up 20 channels later. So we'll put our sub here, if I can spell. And I'll put into, now one of the things I do have is I do have a multiband compressor on the sub bus, the bass bus. That's running Dance Master 3 that apparently has some nicer sounds for bass. So that does kind of influence a bit of the sound. But we will take, whoa. Oh, okay. Didn't know I was doing that. So low cut a bit of it. I'll add a, the funny thing is like for this I use Serum just for like a sine wave and I feel like that's a dumb thing to do, so I'm going to 3 oscillator. Hold on guys, I'll be back in just a second. All right, I'm back. Sorry, let me look at the chat. Yeah, I suppose 3 oscillator will do. It'll keep the CPU from being even more ruined. Now here's the question. Do I just put sub on the offbeat? Is that too low or? God, I don't have any snap on. I can't tell if this is too low. So let's like listen to that. Or do we put it up here? This might not sound good. Yep, yeah, that's not right. Down here we go. Now, do I just put it on the offbeat, or do I put it on across both of them and gross beat it? Sometimes I can just never find shit. Oh, I just realized this isn't even, those context menus probably don't even show up here. I don't have, yeah, the only one is that. So of course, I have to draw this out manually. I'm not sure what to think of this. Yeah. I feel like I'm missing too much of the actually that sounds alright. Distort it, that's a good idea. What should I use? I could do serum effects. Yeah. Distort, then low pass. That's actually a really nice sub sound. I really like that. So I don't think, do I have Camel Crusher? I don't think I have it. I might have Camel Fat. Yeah, I got Camel Fat. But at this point, I've already done it, so. Now, does that sound better with, I think that sounds better with the multiband compressor or not? So that's like with it on. And of course you have to bring it up a bit, but. Yeah. The thing is, I tried putting it up an octave, just the C? Oops. It's like, I like that sound, except there is this like, this difference in volume that I'm hearing there, and that this C comes out a lot more. Oh, okay. Oh god, I'm starting to wish I had this on like a layer or something. That's actually kind of an interesting interesting idea, because I've always thought that some of my tracks I have issues with the bass and sometimes I don't, and it's generally just the key that I'm working in. And I wasn't sure if that was actually like a common thing, in that sometimes basses are good and sometimes they're not because of the key you're working in, and that it's hard to in certain cases. Now, let's see, do you think the volume difference between, this is kind of like a collab at this point. It's like, I actually really enjoy having like a second set of eyes, like looking at this. So is the volume difference between, because the kick and bass is like totally different volume ratios now. Because before the kick was a lot louder than at least in terms of like actual sample level, they were a lot the bass was a lot quieter compared to the kick. fade out the bass towards the end more. How do we do that? What I can do is something weird's happening there. Oh, why is that note? I thought there was like a phasing issue, and that for some reason this note was disappearing. It looks like the velocity just got turned down. So you're saying that I should use gross beat to try and fade out the bass towards the end of each note? Or should I go through manually and try and shorten each bass note? You were saying to fade out the bass towards the end more. Do you mean like each note should be fading out towards the end? Like each individual note sort of fading out? I'm not totally sure. Do you mean over the top of the entire bass or just the sub bass? Because there's gross beat on the sub bass, and just the second eighth, the end of the second eighth. I'm actually, whoops. I'm not totally sure what you mean. Okay, so like, say gross beat over the top of the entire bass, and then like that's probably like a bit too hefty. Whoops. Oh, Jesus. There we go. Totally not sure if this is what you're getting at, but something like this. I don't mean to be dense, I'm just like having a a bit of a hard time understanding exactly what you mean. So you say all the way down. Yeah, that sounds like a little bit too much. Let's see. Okay, like can I? Yeah, okay. Some of it is sounding a little bit choppy. Maybe it's this one. The funny thing is, like, I know what sound this is making, and this is totally something that I hear in a lot of your samples, is that it makes it sound really punchy. I mean, that sounds a lot better. Oh shit. There's something I forgot that I need to do. So I really do like the way that kind of makes things really punch. That's totally something that I was wondering how you did in a lot of your basses. I'm guessing that makes a lot of sense. I do think it's maybe a little bit too kind of ends a little bit too quickly. Like that sounds nice. What the hell happened? god, I completely forgot that I have 2 other layers here. I was gonna say there was some kind of like mid-lows that were totally missing, and now it sounds a lot more fuller. All right. Okay. I've actually got a couple of things to do. Totally forgot about some stuff. So I'm gonna have to cut this stream off now. I actually don't usually stream for this long. How the hell are you still awake, dude? It's like, it's got to be like 5 in the morning over there. Yeah, exactly. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna have to finish this off now. This actually kind of went pretty well. Like, definitely got more clarity out of this. The mixdown's sounding a lot better. The bass is sounding pretty sick. There's definitely a lot of work left to do on it, especially structurally, and especially this area over here and the build up, the second build up, which I think was over here. I can't remember. Yeah, that and that, those 2 areas. The pink noise trick kind of worked a bit, and then it got better after, you know, mixing afterwards. The tweaks is what did it. Definitely getting a lot more clarity out of this mix. Oh yeah, that'll do that. I was the same back in, like, when I was in college back in Australia. Like, fuck, that must be like, it was literally like 8 years ago. I would just, if I had nothing to do, I would just end up staying up, and my whole sleep schedule would be all messed up, and I'd be the same as you, like going to bed at like 9 o'clock in the morning. Anyways, I actually really appreciate your help with this track. You've definitely taught me some things, some cool things. And yeah, I'll see you guys around. Thanks so much for watching.